Ah, Tetris. Once the best-selling game of all time, until it got beat to the likes of Minecraft and GTA 5. A simple, yet addictive block puzzle game. What's that, my dear viewer? Why can't I make an original game? Well, you know what, you little shit. Hello, my little hammies. I'm Liam, or Lee Hampson III. I'm a pro scripter with 2 million visits on the platform, and today I'm gonna tell you the story of Tetro, or Roblox Tetris. 6 months ago, I had the same punishment as Sisyphus, which many believe to be pushing a boulder up a hill, and then when that boulder reaches the top of the hill, it rolls back down for eternity. No! But if you believe that, then you really must be some kind of moron, because as we all know, Sisyphus' real punishment was creating Top Op, you know, the game you guys won't shut up about in my damn comments section. But unlike Sisyphus, I just gave up, and now I was ready to start a new project. One with a much smaller scope, as the last thing I wanted was to receive even more comments asking about where a game is went. At the time, I was obsessed with a little game called Puyo Puyo Tetris.
The time has come for me to clear my reputation by assaulting this young girl!
The premise of the game is actually really cool, and it deserves its own video, but we're not going to go into depth about that. Rather, it was the game that inspired me to make Tetro. And you may be wondering where the name Tetro came from, so let me explain. I came up with the word Tetro by combining the tet from Tetris and the ro from Roblox. I'm sure it doesn't take a genius to figure that one out. But similarly, Tetris is a combination of tetter from tetra and is from tennis. That's not a joke, by the way. That is really how Alexei Pajitnov, the creator of Tetris, came up with the name. But setting naming aside, I was more focused on how the game should actually work. You know, the important part. In my research for the game, I looked up if there was a Tetris game on Roblox already, and of course there was, because Roblox users have managed to clone every single game in existence. Anyways, the game is called Tetrablox, and it's actually pretty good. No complaints there. But it wasn't going to stop me from making my own. No, I was just too stubborn. And for those of you that are thinking the name Tetro is just Tetrablocks, but stripped of the blocks, I actually came up with the name before I even knew about Tetrablocks. Now, come close, my little hammies. I have a secret to tell. You're a cheater. Yup, I know for a fact that all of you have plagiarized at least once in your life. And honestly, I don't care if you're one of those little goody two-shoes. You better believe that you, yes you, are a cheater. And so am I. So let me introduce you to the Tetris programmers' equivalent of the nerds' test answers. The Tetris Fandom Wiki. Instead of having to do actual work to figure out every single Tetris game mechanic ever conceived, a bunch of fat mouth breathers did it for me. I'm just joking, by the way. Thank you for saving me so much time. Now the wiki, it was a huge help, but making this game was still gonna be hell, because making a 2D game on Roblox is the equivalent of trying to beat Dark Souls with a dance pad.
I did it! No way! I just beat it!
Oh, of course. I shouldn't be surprised that someone's already done this. Anyway, utilizing the knowledge I gained from the wiki, I was able to create an early version of the game in about a month. And you may be wondering, how does it take a month for someone to make Tetris? Well, Tetris is not as simple as you might think. Surprisingly, Tetris is actually a very nuanced game. But your retort to that might be, no, it's a game about stacking blocks. It can't be that nuanced. And my answer to that is, do you know what a T-spin is?
Do you know what the SRS rotation system is? Do you know what the Fisher-Yates shuffle algorithm is?
And unless you too have been spending countless hours reading about a silly Stacker Games game mechanics on a fandom wiki, for Christ's sake, my assumption is no. But there, you've been enlightened, and now you know that making an actual good Tetris clone takes a bit of time. It also takes a good 5 years off your lifespan because you're stuck trying to find unpredictable bugs that make you want to rip your hair out. But after all that pain and suffering, I had finally did it. I was done with Tetro. Psych. If you really thought that that was it, then 1, there's a good chance that you are not dying to click off this video, seeing as you're still in full screen mode. Or 2, you really don't know about my masochistic tendencies. I wasn't done yet. No. I hadn't even added a way to drain people's bank accounts for my own financial gain. No, there was something Tetro needed. And that was skins. I like to think of skins in video games as NFTs. They're essentially worth nothing and can be shown off. The difference being that skins can be owned by several people. However, it would be bad for me not to tell you to buy skins, as then there would be no financial gain for me. Sorry, I think there was something stuck in my throat. No, it's because skins, they were never about that. Skins, sure, they might not be a good financial investment, but that doesn't matter because they look cool. And you know what else? You can make fun of your friends for having something that they don't have. You know, the thing that Apple users do all the time. Anyways, what's life without having the Goku Tetro skin? Now, if you're a true Reddit detective, then you will have noticed that I said making fun of friends, but making fun of friends requires having friends, something that isn't possible if you 1. Watch this channel, or 2. Play Tetro. But what if I told you that it actually is, and that you can play Tetro with your friends? And no, I'm not talking about the imaginary ones. Welcome to hell. Sorry, I meant networking. You know, the thing that makes multiplayer gaming possible.
Learn how to fucking shoot a gun, you Riot Shield. What else you want me to Oh, Riot Shield! I'm a pussy that use Riot Shield!
They're very easy to confuse because they're almost one and the same. If you've never networked a game before, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. And Roblox makes networking so simple that even if you have made a basic Roblox game, you are probably thinking that it is very easy. But if you can confidently say
that you have an efficient server and client architecture,
then and only then can you truly say that you have experienced the same pain as I. Now, I won't go into the depths of networking because it is extremely boring and you all will click off the video, but just know that most of the time spent working on this project was drained here because I've had to rework multiplayer so many times to make it an actual good experience. I spent months staying up incredibly late just to fix networking issues just because I'm that passionate about my work. In fact, I'm so passionate about my work, I took it a step further. UI Animator V2 is a plugin created by me to make UI animations. I created this plugin because I wanted to make cool animations for line clearing without having to hard code animations because it's annoying and very time consuming. So I made a whole plugin so I could animate things easier. I did this twice, in fact. However, we don't talk about the first version. Now, there were other solutions to this problem, such as using a paid plugin like RowUI 3, but there were 2 reasons I did not use any other solutions. 1, I felt this feature should be free and open source, and 2, I've heard RowUI 3 is buggy, but that's not to say that my plugin isn't, because it most definitely is, as it's currently only in beta. But either way, if you're interested or want to contribute to the project, then I highly advise you join my Discord server for more information. Now, it is no understatement when I say that I have drastically simplified the story of my 6 months of hard work. And there's a lot of stuff that I haven't said in this video and will not say in this video because, well, then this video would be like an hour long, and no one wants that. But after 6 months of hard work, I'm happy to say that Tetro is now in the open beta phase. And now I'd like to show you the culmination of the effort put into this project by playing with you guys. I made an announcement to my Discord server asking for people to play Tetro, and if you wish to be in one of my future videos, then I highly recommend that you join my Discord server to not miss any updates about Tetro or UI Animator version 2.
Is he an absolute tryhard at this game, Liam?
No.
Oh my god. Oh, no! I died. How many players can there be?
100.
You know, 100?
100. Nope.
Oh my god. He won again.
Just cracked. I'm working my way up the leaderboard.
Wait, are you taking 2 spots? I have a
Doesn't even load up.
Perhaps. I was perhaps testing something. This just feels like bullying.
Because it is.
You know what? I'm gonna lose on purpose. I want to just watch this time.
These blocks are just horrendous, man.
You have to make do with what you have.
Shut up, Liam.
So yeah, we need like Tetro skill-based matchmaking.
Skill-based matchmaking. So Liam doesn't crush.
This is like a rank system.
I would be the best mobile player, Bram.
You're the only mobile player, bro.
What?
I have to go Ultra Instinct mode. Here, yeah, I gotta turn up the screen shake. Oh, yes. Oh, God.
This is my life now. Tetris.
Tetris?
That's wrong.
Yeah.
Tetro.
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
what I thought.
Wow, look, I lost on purpose. Alright, guys, now say how much you love Tetro.
I love Tetris. It's the best
That's
game
right.
ever.
That's right. Play now. Play now. I'd like to thank everyone who played with me, as it really let me enjoy the project I've been working on for so long. So big thanks to you all. Also, big thanks to Derpes Music, or DSM, for creating the Tetro soundtrack, and Disguise Dash for creating the user interface of Tetro. I really couldn't have done it without you guys. Now, what have I learned? Well, I've learned a lot when it comes to making 2D games, networking, and even making Roblox plugins. To be honest, I really had no idea what I was getting myself into at the beginning, but I have no regrets, as those 6 months of development have made me a much better programmer than I was before. And I will for sure continue to update this game, adding things like background skins, or perhaps even like a mission system. I have a surplus of ideas, so it's really not a worry. Now, if you'd like to play Tetro for yourself, there will be a link in the description to the game. And hey, even if the game does flop massively, well, at least I can say that I have actually finished the game that I am proud of. And honestly, that's all that matters. But anyways, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching, and one more thing. I really do appreciate each and every one of you, so have a good rest of your day. And if you haven't already, check out this video where I challenge myself to make a Roblox anime game in 10 minutes, 1 hour, and 1 day.